So a different kind of video today. As you can see, we're on location in the Faroe Islands, which are a series of 18 rocky, volcanic islands in the middle of the North Atlantic. Kind of like Greenland, actually. They're an autonomous region of Denmark. And from what I'm told, the sheep outnumber the people here. And I don't know, you can just see behind me, like, this is a really cool church in the village that we're in right now. So why are we here? For the content, of course, and I'm not alone. I've come with post-production expert Tristan Persad. We call him Woo. You can call him Woo. Woo. And the Faroes have been a bucket list destination for us for a while now, and so we're thrilled to be here. And what we're going to do in this video is we're going to create an entire series of worship backgrounds from scratch. We're going to shoot the footage, we're going to design it all, and then we're going to animate it all. And then at the end of this video, we're going to give you a download link where you can download all of it for free. So come along for the journey as we create these motions, titles, countdowns, everything in between. We're going to have a good time. So because the Faroes are situated in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean, the weather is entirely unpredictable. Like, you can't even forecast the weather. So if you want to shoot somewhere, the recommendation is, don't wait for the weather to be good, just go to the location and wait there. And because of this, what I'm told is that some of the locals lovingly call their archipelago the land of maybe, because you never know what's gonna happen. Now, with that being said, there is one constant, one predictable factor here on the Faroes, and that is the wind. So we're here in the month of November, and this month, the average wind speed is about 35 kilometers an hour, which works out to about 10 meters per second. Now, why does that matter? It matters because the drones that we brought with us, their max wind resistance speed is around 10 meters per second. So to counteract that, what we've done is we've brought 3 drones with us, and we're kind of just anticipating something's gonna go wrong. We're treating these drones the same way Lord Farquaad would treat his constituents.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
What are we looking at right now?
We're looking at these ridges in the distance here. We're flying kind of parallel to them that way. Just kind of getting like a nice sort of subtle slider shot. And we're right out over the water, so we've got plenty of space to fly around. Don't have to worry about hitting anything.
What about the gulls?
The gulls ain't here for anything.
Bird strike?
No bird strikes today.
Wait, so what do we have?
I got a nice subtle yaw. It's always great when you have a nice subtle yaw.
Could we get a nice subtle yeet?
I would rather the drone not get yeeted.
Could you combine a yaw with a yeet?
I'm gonna say no yeets.
I call that a yeehaw. So we just found this mushroom here, and we don't have the mushroom minister himself, Bishop Barista Alexander Mills, with us. So in honor of him, we're foraging. We have our foraging out. No! I mean, maybe.
I mean, who knows?
Let's test it. And if something bad happens, with help is on the way.
And we could feed it to one of these sheep. I mean, I think that's what people have done for a long time, is just give it to an animal and see what happens.
Animal testing? Wow. Now you've really shown your true colors. It's an indoor day. So it is, it's a pretty windy day today. Gosh. Oh. Which makes it the perfect day to talk about some of the visual inspiration that we're going for with this motions pack. I was at the movie theaters a couple of weeks ago and watching one of my favorite movie franchises, James Bond, No Time to Die, the new movie, no spoilers here by the way. So in the third act, I'm like, hey, I recognize where this is filmed. It was getting filmed in the Faroes. And so we figured we got to get the visual inspiration for this pack from the No Time to Die visual palette. And so the font they use is called Futura Black.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
And the text, it's gold, it's white, and of course the backdrop is the Faroes. We've got that part with the footage already covered. So I'm gonna let Woo play around with those kind of ideas, and we'll see what we can come up with.
So we have this one.
Yeah.
And this one.
Are you gonna invert the? Is that for illustrative purposes, or are you gonna invert our footage too?
I could or I couldn't, depending on what we like.
What we like, yeah.
I mean, I've done it for both these because I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
And this one's just like this.
I just like all 4 of them, so we should make all 4 of them. So we're in the final stage now, animation. I've got some countdowns and some titles to animate. In our experience, for the context of church and these worship packs, you really want the animation to be minimal because if you do too much, you risk them being a distraction. And the purpose of your background visuals, of your screen visuals, is to supplement what's happening in the service. They're not the main attraction themselves. And so Woo's gonna get these animated, we'll show you the final product, and we'll get you that download link. Okay, we're actually on our way to dinner now. A local to the Faroes reached out, was kind enough to invite us to dinner, so we're heading there now. The link to download the worship packs is in the description, and you can also see it on the screen right now. It's 100% free. We just need your email address, and that's how we're going to send it to you. And if you like what you see in the worship packs, there's a lot more where that came from inside of Nucleus Media, which is our unlimited creative subscription for churches. Plenty of Faroes-related content coming soon to Nucleus Media. You can check it out at nucleus.church/media. And now, let's go to dinner. Hi.
Hi, come on in, welcome. Nice to meet you, I'm Jakob.
Jakob?
Tristan.
Kristen.
Tristan.
We're the ones
Tristan.
to be DMing.
Tristan and Kristen,
That's
I'm
right.
Jakob.
Nice to meet you.
These two are cousins.
Okay.
They're only 2 months apart.
We were not a part of the planning
No.
at all. No.
Her name is Löv, which literally means life is
The deceiver,
Jacob.
Jacob.
I'm Jacob, the deceiver.
That's unfortunate. Hi. Thank you so much. Great to be here. When we flew into Vagar, we stayed right by the Dragoneer, the big dramatic cliffs right outside of Bor.
Nice.
And then the plan was to go to Suderoy. No Klaxvik and no Torshavn. No.
Nice. I like that. Good idea.
We've been to Torshavn a lot for food.
When you say research, is that as in Googling it or hearing it from someone that you know? Or?
Yeah, it's mostly you just, in your research, you come across a place and you're like, where's that?
Yeah.
And you kind of go down the rabbit hole, and eventually you realize where it is, and then made the leap. And
Well, you are mostly welcome, even though you were just about to leave somewhere else.
the Fairleys hospitality has been outstanding.
Yeah.
Aside from that one guy that yelled at us on the street.
Yeah.
We're downtown Torshavn, and we're just ready to go into our dinner, and they drive by in the car, and this guy's like, in a language we can't understand. And Tristan, he was really shaken up. So you were just on YouTube and one of our videos is recommended sort of thing, or you're searching for something specific and it comes up?
I think Kristen might have.
Okay.
He's an early adopter who always notices things. He might have recommended it, I can't remember. So when he told me, hey, you want to come to dinner? The guys from Pro Church told us, I'm like, what? What are they doing the
And this is the second dinner we had. We went saw some other folks at Keldon Church, I think.
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah. So they invited us over to the church and they cooked us a meal there. And
Nice.
so I'm talking to my wife and she's like, people have found your stuff at the Faroes. That's so cool. And I was like, it is so cool. Their hospitality's been so great. Where should we sit?
Go for it. On your butt.
That's another great quote.
That's another great quote. I'll do a t-shirt with that.
I just forgot the word for lemon sauce.
Is it true the Faroese love their gravy?
We love gravy.
Nice.
Gravy
everything.
Yes. Iceland is wild. We would go to a spot and it would be a 3-hour drive. You're in the Highlands, you're on the side of a cliff, it's
It's like Ace Ventura, when he's in the car.
Exactly. Then you get there and it's oh, there's a windstorm. drive back. Try again tomorrow. So.
Maybe sheep on the road.
Yeah. One tourist, I remember, there was a flock of sheep that just went into the tunnel and he hit 12 of them.
12?
12 of them.
12!
How are you gonna hit 12?
That is amazing. You hit 12 sheep.
It's like when you see those car pileups when one car hits another, hits another. It's the sheep. They just, oh goodness.
So I would be traumatized.
Yeah, the easiest way is just not to say the It's Brady shear.
Very sure.
But like, you know, I was doing a YouTube video with my buddy one time and he kept introducing me and he kept being like, oh, we're here today with Brady Shirar. I'm like, my guy, I'm right here. Like, that's not even remotely close. So.
Niagara on the lake.
There it is.
See you next time.
Yes, of course. We'll come
in
the summer
us as well.
for the nice warmth next time.
I don't know why I thought you've been here before.
No, this is our first time, yeah. We've just been here for so long that you remember.
Last time was like
Yeah,
2
you were
weeks
like,
ago.
yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, right.
I just went in on Instagram earlier on and found you on Instagram. And I was like, I wonder if other Faroese people also follow Pro Church. So I looked into followers and then mutual followers. And it was Manuel, that works for me.
Yeah.
It was Tristan and Yekram, the guy from Chelsea. Those were those.
Okay, that means we met all of them that follow us.
You could say you had 100% conversion rate in terms of Instagram followers.
1 week before you came, it was the most clear we have seen the Northern Lights for years.
You didn't have to say that, right? We almost made it this whole trip without knowing that.
I'm joking. I think it was 2 days before you came.
There you go.
We'll see you in Canada.
Yeah, of
I've never
course.
been to Canada. I want to go to Canada sometime.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
We can host you.
Maybe we'll do I'll do a work trip.
Yep.
I'll drop by
that's
for,
the way.
to talk about media mission stuff.
Of course, I can come carry your luggage.
Yeah.
What do you think when you see the roundabout in the subsea tunnel?
Wow, when we came across the under the sea tunnel roundabout, we're like, it's a roundabout under the ocean.
Well, first we just had to get over the fact that we're driving under the ocean.
Yeah, that was the fun. The rental company was like, if you use the tunnel, we'll just deduct it from your deposit. There's no way we're getting a deposit back. Like,
I think it's fine. I don't want to pay 75 krooners.
I'll have
That's
to
one
pay that.
of them.
I'd rather drive around.
You should charge the tourists more so that you guys can pay less. I think
tell them the
We pay it
tourists
all the
we
time.
signed off on it. We think it's okay. We're already clogging up your roads. We're running into sheep. We're passing people underground in the tunnel illegally. Allegedly, read the solid line on the ground. You know.
We heard some Canadians said.
no, it was Americans. The Americans did it.
The Canadian. We would never. We're so polite.
You can always.
Yeah, it was either the Danish or the Americans. I'm not certain.
It was so nice to meet you
It was
guys.
so nice to
Thank you
meet
so
you too.
much.
Thanks. Well, have a nice trip.
Yeah, you too. Good to see you.
See ya. Bye.
Back up the stairs. So the sea tunnels in the Faroes. It seems that you're not supposed to pass anyone in the tunnels. If you do, you lose your license. Allegedly, someone, maybe on this trip, did that unknowingly, and then the car that individual passed flashed their lights at us. Now we know why. Allegedly. Allegedly. All right, great evening. That's gonna do it for this vlog. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, download the worship packs, follow on social, all that good stuff. I'll be back in the studio next week for our regular video. Thanks as always for your time, attention, and trust. We'll talk soon.